Ram Ram. Now I'm going to start Bal Kand, part 18. We're starting with Doha 114. Here we go. Kahi sunahi as adham nar grase je moh pisach, पाषंडी हरिपद विमुख जानही झूठ न साच। अज्ञ अकोबिद अंध अभागी, काय विषय मुकुर मन लागी। तपट कपटी कुटिल बसेशी, सपनेहु संत सभा नहीं देखी। कहीं ते बेद असमंत बानी, जिनके सूझ लाभु नहीं हानि। मुकुर मलिन अरु नयन बहीना, राम रूप देखही किमि दीना। जिनके अगुन न सगुन विवेका, जल पही कल्पित बचन अनेका। हरिमाया बस जगत ब्रह्माही, तिन्ही कहत कछु अघटित नाही। बातुल भूत बिमस मत वारे, ते नाही बोलही बचन विचारे। जिन कृत महामोद मद पाना, तिन कर कहाँ करिए नहीं काना। Next we have the Surat, which is another kind of Doha, 115. अस निज हृदय विचारी तजु, संशय भजु राम पद। सुनु गिरिराज कुमारी, ब्रह्म तम रवि कर बचन मम। सगुन ही अगुन ही नहीं कछु बेदा, गावही मुनि पुराण बुध बेदा। अगुन अरूप अलख अज जोई, भगत प्रेम बस सगुन सो होई। जो गुण रहित सगुन सोई कैसे, जलु हिम उपल बिलग नहीं जैसे। जासु राम भ्रम तिमिर पतंगा, तेहि किमि कहिया विमोह प्रसंगा। राम सच्चिदानंद दनेसा, नहीं तहाँ मोह निसा लव लेसा। सहज प्रकाश रूप भगवाना, नहीं तहाँ पुनि विज्ञान बिहाना। हर्ष विषाद ज्ञान अज्ञाना, जीव धर्म अहमिति अभिमाना। राम ब्रह्म व्यापक जन जग जाना, परमानंद परेश पुराना। दोहा 116। पुरुष प्रसिद्ध प्रकाश निधि, प्रगट परावर नाथ। रघुकुल मणि मम स्वामी सोई, कही शिव नाउ माथ। निज भ्रम नहीं समुझी अज्ञानी, प्रभु पर मोह धरहि जड़ प्राणी। जथा गगन घन पटल निहारी, झापेयु भानु कहही कुबिचारी। चितव जो लोचन अंगुली लाए, प्रगट जुगल ससी तेहि के भाए। उमा राम विषईक असमोहा, नभतम धूम धुरी जिमि सोहा। विषय करण सुर जीव समेता, सकल एक ते एक सचेता। सब कर परम प्रकाशक जोई, राम अनादि अवधपति सोई। जगत प्रकाशय प्रकाशक रामू, मायाधीश ज्ञान गुण धामू। जासु सत्यता ते जड़ माया, भास सत्य इव मोह सहाया। Next is Doha number 117. रजत सीप महु भास जिमी, जथा भानु कर बारी। जदपि मृषा तिहु काल सोई, ब्रह्म न सकई कऊ टारी। एहि विधि जग हरि आश्रित रही, जदपि असत्य देत दुखी अहई। जौ सपने सिर काटे कोई, बिनु जागे न दूरी दुख होई। जसु कृपा अस भ्रम मिटी जाई, गिरिजा सोई कृपाल रघुराई। आदि अंत को जासु न पावा, मति अनुमानी निगम अस गावा। बिनु पद चलई सुनई बिनु काना, कर बिनु करम करई विधि नाना। आनन रहित सकल रस भोगी, बिनु बानी बक्ता बड़ जोगी। तन बिनु परस नयन बिनु देखा, ग्रही घ्राण बिनु बास अशेषा। असी सब भांति अलौकिक करनी, महिमा जासु जाई नहीं बरनी। Next we have Doha number 118. जेहि इमि गावही वेद बुद्ध जाहि, दरहि मुनि ध्यान। सोई दशरथ सुत भगत हित, कोसलपति भगवान। कासी मरत जंतु अवलोकी, जासु नाम बल करयु बिसोकी, सोई प्रभु मोर चराचर स्वामी, रघुबर सब उर अंतर जामी। बिबसु हूँ जासु नाम नर कहीं, जन्म अनेक रचित अग दहीं, सादर सुमिरिन जे नर करहीं, भव बारिथि गोपद इव तरहीं। राम सो परमात्मा भवानी, तह ब्रह्म अति अभिहित तब बानी। अस संशय आनत उर माही, ज्ञान विराग सकल गुण जाही। सुनि शिव के भ्रम भंजन बचना, मिटि गए सब कुतरक कई रचना। भई रघुपति पद प्रीति प्रतीति, दारुण असंभावना बीती। Next we have Doha 119, and this is the last Doha and Chaupai for this video. पुनि पुनि प्रभु पद कमल गही, जोरी पंख रुह पानी, बोली गिरिजा बचन बर, मनहु प्रेम रस सानी। ससिकर सम सुनि गिरा तुम्हारी, मिटा मोह सरदातप भारी, तुम कृपाल सबु संशयो हरेयु, राम स्वरूप जानी मोहि परेयु। नाथ कृपा अब गयु विषादा, सुखी भययु प्रभु चरण प्रसादा। अब मोहि आपनी किंकरी जानी, यद्यपि सहज जड़ नारी अयानी। प्रथम जो मैं पूछा सोई कहूँ, जो मो पर प्रसन्न प्रभु अहू। राम ब्रह्म चिन्मय अविनाशी, सब्र सहित सब उरपुर बासी। नाथ धरेयु नर तनु के ही हेतु, मोहि समुझाई कहूँ वृष केतु। उमा बचन सुनि परम विनीता, राम कथा पर प्रीति पुनीता। Ram Ram. So now I'm going to do the English translation from Doha 114 to 119. And just to recap, so Shiva and Parvati are now sitting down, and Parvati is asking Shiva to tell the story of Sri Ram. In fact, tell her who Sri Ram is. And she has a bit of confusion, and she wants a clarification from Shiva. So Shiva, with understanding that she has an honest desire to know the story of Sri Ram, know the idea of supreme divinity consciousness, starts telling the story, starts explaining it to her, but he does object to her having this kind of confusion about his form, because Parvati wanted to know how is it possible for the same consciousness to be completely that Brahma, that attributeless, all perceivable entity, and yet be born on the earth and lead a life, a very human-like existence. So she, because of this confusion, she used the words like delusion, or the word in Hindi is Brahma. Brahm means delusion. He creates a delusion in my mind. And Shiva really objected to that. So Shiva here is telling her why the usage of her word delusion is not appropriate. So I'm going to start with Doha 114. Such words are spoken and heard by those vile men who are possessed by the devil of infatuation and are impious and averse to the feet of Sri Hari. They know no difference between truth and falsehood. Those foolish, ignorant, and blind wretches, the mirror of whose heart is clouded by sensuality, lecherousness, and they are deceitful and grossly perverse, who have never seen an assemblage of holy men even in their dreams, and who have no sense of gain and loss. They only make statements which are repugnant to the Vedas. The mirror of their heart is unclean, and they have no eyes to see. How then can those wretched souls behold the beauty of Sri Ram? For those who have no knowledge either of the unqualified Brahma or of the qualified divinity, who indulge in false gossips of various kinds, and who spin around in this world, in the cycle of birth and death, under the influence of Sri Hari's Maya, no assertion is too absurd for them to make. Those who are delirious or mad, those who are possessed, and those who are inebriated do not talk sense. None should give ear to the ravings of those who have drunk the wine of infatuation. Next is Sorath 115 or Doha 115. Shiva continues, thus assured in your heart, discard all doubt and adore Sri Ram's feet. O daughter of the mountain king, hear my words, which are sunbeams like for the darkness of error. So my words are sunbeams, and that are going to remove the darkness of your error. Chaupai. There is no difference between qualified divinity and unqualified Brahma. So declare the sages, men of wisdom, as well as Vedas and the Puranas. That which is attributeless and formless, imperceptible and unborn becomes qualified under the influence of the devotee's love. It's the most beautiful line for today's video. I'm going to read it again. That which is attributeless, formless, imperceptible, and unborn becomes qualified under the influence of the devotee's love. So, the one confusion that Parvati had, and was a very valid question, that how is it that the supreme divine, the unqualified Brahma, now the word unqualified is used because the ultimate Brahma is attributeless, is formless, has no form, has no attributes, has no qualities. You cannot perceive him, and has never been born, has never died. Someone like that, how can that be compared to a qualified divinity like Rama, who was born, who lived a life on the earth, who had attributes, who could be perceived, who had a certain form? How can they be the same? So that was her question. But Shiva explains that there is no difference between the two, because the same attributeless, formless, unborn, imperceptible entity becomes qualified, becomes perceptible, gets that form, gets attributes, only because the devotee's love desires them to get that form. So Ram took, or Sri Hari took form of Ram because it was the devotee's love that called him on the earth. So it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. How can the absolute become qualified? In the same way as water and the hailstone are non-different in substance. In form, water and hailstone are two different things, and yet the substance is exactly the same. So absolute can totally become qualified, but though the condition is that the devotee's love has to be strong enough to make the absolute take the form of the qualified. Infatuation is out of question for him whose very name is the sun to the darkness of error. So here the word infatuation is used to represent the Hindi word Maya. And sorry, not Maya, Mohamaya. There's a slight difference between Maya and Mohamaya. Mohamaya is attachment, infatuation or attachment. And that is completely out of the question for him, whose very name is like the sun to the darkness of error. Sri Ram, who is truth, consciousness, and bliss combined, is like the sun. The night of ignorance cannot subsist in him even to the smallest degree. He is the Lord whose very being is light. There is no dawn of understanding in his case. For the dawn to happen, there needs to be night first. But there is no night in the sunlight of Sri Ram. There's a perpetual brightness of the sun. Joy and grief, knowledge and ignorance, egoism and pride. These are the characteristics of a jiva, that is a finite being. Sri Ram is the all-pervading Brahma. He is the supreme bliss personified, the highest Lord, the most ancient being. The whole world knows it. Doha 116. Shiva continues, he who is universally known as the Spirit, the source of light, manifest in all forms, and is the Lord of life as well as of matter. That jewel of Raghu's line, he is my master. So saying, Shiva bowed his head to him. Fools do not perceive their own error. On the other hand, they attribute misgivings to the Lord. Just as on seeing the sky covered by clouds, men of unsound judgment declare that the sun has been screened by clouds. Uma, infatuation is attributed to Rama the same way darkness, smoke, and dust appear in the sky. So we can claim that Ram or the form of Ram was marred by infatuation, but it is exactly like Ram being the sky, the pure, imperceptible sky, and in front of our eyes, in between our eyes, our vision and the sky, there comes a cloud or smoke or dust. So for us, we would see that, oh, the sky looks unclean, but the fact is that the sky cannot be touched by the smoke that is, much closer to us than the sky. The objects of senses, the senses and their presiding deities, as well as jiva, embodied soul, all these derive their illumination from one another. That is to say, the objects are illumined by the senses are illumined by their presiding deities, and the deities presiding over the senses are illumined by the conscious self. The supreme illuminator of them is the eternal Ram, King of Ayodhya. The world of matter is the object of illumination, while Ram is its illuminator. He is the Lord of Maya and the abode of wisdom and virtues. It is due to his reality that even unconscious matter appears as real through ignorance. Just as a shell, Doha number 117, just as a shell is mistaken for silver and a mirage for water, even though the appearance is false at all the times, in past, present, and future. Nobody can dispel this delusion. In the same way, this world of matter is dependent on hurry. Though unreal, it gives us pain nonetheless. Just as if a man's head is cut off in a dream, he does not get rid of that pain till he wakes up. So this matter or this world is a mirage. Just like when you look at a shell in the ocean, it looks like it's so shiny that it looks like silver, or the mirage of water that we see on dry land. And in the similar way, this world of matter where we're living in is nothing more than a mirage. And even though it is unreal, it is not real, living on it, being here, it does give us, we feel pain because we live so attached to this world that it feels real, and every emotion feels very real. Just the way that if you are having a very vivid dream where you are being attacked or your head is being cut off, you're going to feel the pain till the moment you wake up. And it's a beautiful way of, comparing that once we wake up from this world, we will realize how unreal this existence is, and there is much more beyond this existence. Girja, he whose grace wipes out such delusion, is none else than the benevolent Lord of the Raghus. Nobody has been able to discover his beginning or end. Basing their conclusions on speculation, the Vedas have described him in the following words: he walks without feet, hears without ears, performs actions of various kinds even without hands. He enjoys all tastes without a mouth, and is a most clever speaker even though devoid of speech. He touches without a body, sees without eyes, and catches odors even without a nose. His ways are thus supernatural in every respect, and his glory is beyond description. Doha 118. He who is thus extolled by Vedas and the men of wisdom, and whom the sages love to contemplate, is no other than the divine Ram, son of Dashrath, lord of Ayodhya, friend of his devotees. When I behold any creature dying in the holy Kashi, modern Varanasi, it is by the power of his name that I liberate that being. He is my Lord, the chief of the Raghus, the king of all creation, animate as well as inanimate, the ruler of all the hearts. If men repeat his name, even in a helpless state, sins committed by them in a series of previous existences are burnt away, while those who devoutly remember him are able to cross the ocean of mundane existence as if it was a mere hollow hole made by the hoof of a cow. Ram is no other than the Supreme Spirit. Bhavani, your assertion that he is subject to delusion is wholly unwarranted. The moment a man harbors such a doubt in his mind, his wisdom, dispassion, and all other virtues bid adieu to him. When Parvati heard Shiva's illuminating words, attachment and devotion to the feet of the Lord of the Raghus sprang in her heart, and her shocking incredulity disappeared. Doha number 119. Clasping the lotus feet of her Lord again and again, and joining her lotus-like palms, Parvati spoke the following fine words, steeping them as it were in the nectar of love. Now that I have listened to your words, which were refreshing as moonbeams, my ignorance, like the feverish heat of the autumnal sunshine, has faded away. You have removed all my doubts, O gracious Lord, and the reality of Ram has been revealed to me. By your grace, my Lord, my gloom has been lifted, and I feel happy now by the blessings of my Lord's feet. Now, answer my former question, if you are pleased with me, my Lord. Ram, I now understand, is no other than the indestructible Brahma, God, who is consciousness itself, and who, though empty of every perceivable thing, dwells in everyone's heart. Why did he take the form of a human being? Explain this to me, O Shankara. Hearing Uma's most polite words and seeing her unadulterated love for the story of Sri Ram, Shiva continued. And we're going to continue this in the next video. I hope you had a great time listening, as much as I had reading this out to you. And I will see you in the next video. Ram Ram.